Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 6, Who is the Bossiest? So this is going to be a real quick recap because not much went on with only an hour episode. So the first couple I want to talk is I'm going to start with Kirsten and Julio. So we all know that I'm irritated with Julio, how he just been wishy-washy around his family with Kirsten and just leading her on where he wants to live. So in this episode, he takes and they're on their way back to the airport. Kirsten is going back to the Netherlands, and in the car, they're still talking about everything. They're still like Julio decided to almost like pick a fight with her and argue about where they're gonna live and this and that. You show apartments and everything, and then just like, bro, you played her her whole trip here. You ruined her whole trip by not telling the family until now that y'all even a couple, let alone moving to the Netherlands in 3 months. Then he gonna try to pick a fight with her, and she was like, "You're really gonna try to argue with me now?" And he was just like, "Nah." So he backed off a little bit. They kissed in the car, like it was just like a little peck, didn't mean nothing. And he was just he dropped her off at the airport. At the airport they did she pinky promised him. She was like, "Are you coming to the Netherlands in 3 months?" And he said yes. And they did like a little pinky promise. And so she left, and that was it. Now, I hope that he is true to his word because he's been lying all season and leading her on. So I hope he does get to the Netherlands. And she's lucky that she's nice. I mean, he's lucky that she's nice because anybody else would have been done by now. Like and Kirsten has said that, I really love Julio. She calls him Julio, and I do want to make this relationship work, but he needs to like figure out his own stuff and figure out what he really wants to do and quit lying about it. So yeah, that was Kirsten and Julio. Next couple I want to talk is Kenny and Armando. So Kenny and Armando, so as we all know, they're in Mexico City. They're trying to like move to Mexico City, and there's still the baby talk. They went to an IV clinic to see what they can do and stuff. And the doctors told them that, if they want to have a baby, this is going to cost like $72,000 and everything. Armando wants to have a kid. Kenny is skeptical about it. Kenny revealed in this episode when he had his triplet daughters and his son that he went to an IV clinic before, and apparently back then you had to be married in order for them to do it. So he got a friend to go with them, and he put on a wedding band throughout the whole time that he went to get the treatments and stuff. And so he did a little deceiving there, but it worked. So he has like 3 triplet girls and a son and everything. So he said times were different back then and they are now. Armando really wants to have a kid because Armando's young. But remember, Kenny is 60 years old. So Kenny had said, you know what, after thinking about it, by the time this baby is like 18 years old, I'm going to be in my 70s. I'll be in my late 70s by the time this baby graduates college. I'll be in my 80s. High school, when the baby's in high school, I'll be in my 80s by the time he graduates college. And I think I'm gonna miss like a lot of, and then I'm not even gonna see this baby's grandkids. So it wouldn't be fair to bring another life into the world if I'm not gonna see much of it, And he brought up a really good point because yeah, he's 60 years old. Like now, Armando like kind of gave him a little ultimatum. He was just like it's time to make a decision and everything. And Kenny said that I can't make a decision right now. You're gonna have to respect that. Well, for some reason, I triggered Armando, and Armando got up from the table and left and started crying. So he goes out and starts crying and everything, and Kenny like followed him and came back and comfort him and be like, look, I don't want to fight with you, and I wasn't saying that like you're not respecting me. I'm just saying just respect this decision. Now when he came back and hugged him on the street, and they talked about it calmly, and we were mentioning that on Pillow Talk. That was a mature fight. That was a mature argument, a adult argument where nobody was screaming at each other, cussing each other out. They had a disagreement. He came back, comforted him, and hugged him, and they worked it out maturely. Other couples, take notes from Kenny and Armando. Take notes. Take notes from them, because that was the most mature argument I've ever seen in my life. And that's how if you're gonna argue with your partners, that's how you solve your fights. You do it maturely, you do it calmly, and you work out a compromise. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be this, and that, and shouting matches. So I hope that and where I side, a lot of people are siding with Armando because Armando is still young, but both of them, they have kids. Kenny has 4 kids and grandchildren. Armando has his daughter Hannah and everything. So they have kids. It's not like they don't have kids. They have kids. I know they want a kid together with them too, but Armando, a lot of people are taking Armando's side in this. I'm taking Kenny's side because, he's right. By the time the baby is 18, he's going to be in his late 70s. By the time the child is gone to college, he'll be in his 80s. And anything can happen in life and everything. So he wouldn't be able to see if that child had kids and stuff and be a grandfather, in his 90s and stuff, and that's not fair. So I side with Kenny on that, and I understand his perspective, and I understand where Armando is coming from too. But that's what happens when you're in an age gap relationship, in a huge age gap relationship. So they're gonna have to work it out, but Kenny needs to say yes or no. I will say Kenny needs to say yes or no at this point, because time is ticking and Armando is wanting answers. So he has to make a decision. Anyway, that was Kenny and Armando. Next couple I want to talk is Holly and Wayne. So we didn't see him last week, but the week before, remember, Wayne took Holly shopping to get some new clothes, and we left off with them talking about Wayne making a comment saying you don't want to dress like a prostitute. And obviously that triggered Holly, and she started crying. And she was crying inside the changing room with the mom. And the mom was like, he didn't call you a prostitute. He said he don't want you dressing like one and everything. And she was like, I know, but it still hurts and everything, blah, blah, blah. So they come out. Wayne apologizes and everything. And, they go home. They later go to a self-defense class where Holly wanted to take a self-defense class, and so she took the self-defense class. She had mentioned that she wants to go, the whole thing's about being safe in South Africa. She mentioned she wants to go jogging at night. She said she goes jogging at night in a graveyard in America. And I'm just like, whoa. Whoa, that's a little bit much for me. And I wouldn't be doing that even in the safest neighborhood in the world. Jogging at night in a graveyard. Even in the safest neighborhood in the world. Sorry. But Holly wants to do that, and Wayne said, when can I go out and do things on my own? And Wayne told her, not for a whole year. And she was like, a year? So Wayne, so after the self-defense class, they go back home, and Holly had mentioned that she signed up to go look at apartments in a gated community around here. And Wayne was not happy about that. He was like, why you want to go to a gated community? Things will still happen there. I know someone who got shot at a gated community. And she's like, but we got to think of something. Like, like quit turning down my ideas and let's just go look at safer neighborhoods and everything. And Wayne was like, like Holly doesn't know, but my financial situation is not as good, you know. And so when he said that, I'm just like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with this crap again. Wayne Wayne is deceiving, he's controlling, and I don't like the way he speaks to her. I don't like his arrogance. And now he exaggerates on, I think he's exaggerating on how like really bad South Africa really is. He made, okay, I think a gated community will be great. Yes, anything can happen anywhere. Bad things can happen anywhere, but more of a less chance of a gated. I'm not saying things won't happen in a gated community, but a less chance of it happening in a gated community than where they're at now if his house has been broken into multiple times. So he eventually said, like, I'll keep an open mind. We'll go check him out, and who knows, I may like it. So I felt like he said that sarcastically, but they agreed with that. So I hope that they really move, but Wayne needs to really control himself because, like I said, I don't like his arrogance. I don't like the way he speaks to her. I don't like the little snarky comments he makes, and I don't like him being deceitful to Holly. You know, and I'm not saying Holly's an angel. They like Harley seems like for someone in her mid 40s, she I see some childish behaviors with her, but still. So I wonder if they're both like really mature enough for this relationship. Anyway, that was Holly and Wayne. Last couple I want to talk is Kimberly and TJ. So last week we left off with Kimberly's and and TJ's brother like really going at each other's throats, and we started the episode with that, continuing that. The TJ's brother is so rude, so disrespectful, saying like you don't was telling Kimberly you don't deserve to be in our family, like you're showing stupidity, this and that, and like she went toe to toe with him. She was like, I think you're the stupid one and everything, and he was like, I'm the bridge of this family and everything. And so they continued their fight. They were just taking jabs at each other. Later, they met up again, with this time with Kimberly had texted TJ and said that her and her brother got into a fight, and so they came in together. So all three of them met up to try to clear the air. Well, it didn't work that well because TJ's brother just started like really insulting Kimberly, and TJ actually surprisingly defended Kimberly, but TJ also said, "You look, I love you both. We're all gonna have to live together, so we gotta try to make this work and everything." So then, one thing I didn't like about Kimberly is that she went toe to toe with him, like when they were 1-on-1. But then when TJ came around, she was just sitting there all pretty, just all calm and everything. I thought that was kind of fake and stuff, and and was just smiling and let like TJ take the whole thing. But TJ and Kimberly, like, I don't see, I see there's just a lot of control in this. And then another thing, when they were arguing, TJ's brother actually damn near put his hands on Kimberly, and she's like, "Don't you ever put your hands on me." And I'm just like, you know what? That's right. Like, do not let anybody put their hands on you. So TJ's brother is just, he needs to stay in his lane. He needs to know his role and needs to just stay out of it. Now, TJ had said that, when his brother gets married, they're all going to be living together. So, like, everybody's going to have to get along. I don't know. I don't understand why, like, in the Hindi Indian culture, that they all must live together. Like, I mean, that's the one thing I don't understand. But, I mean, that's their culture. Like, I don't get it, but, I mean, it is what it is. But Kimberly had said that she hates India. By her own admission, she says she hates India. She's only here for TJ. and everything. And I'm just like, girl, if you hate India, then don't marry. The men move back home. You don't have to be just because you're in love with somebody. You don't have to be somewhere that you don't want to be. She said she hated India. So, and I think that comment is going to come back and bite her. Anyway, guys, that's the end of my review. It was a quick episode this week. We did not see Brandon and Mary or Danielle and Johan. We still and I just found this out today, and I totally forgot all about this. There's another couple for this season of The Other Way that we have still not met. We have not met Sarper and Shekinah. Sarper 43 from Turkey and Shekinah 41 from LA. And when I first introduced The Other Way couples for this season, I mentioned them, but we still have not seen them. We're 6 episodes in and still have not seen them. So hopefully we see them yet, because I totally forgotten all about them until today. Anyway, guys, that's it in my review. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on later today to recap The Last Resort, and trust me, it was good. So I love you guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.